This boat is an absolute disaster, and we have one massive mission to save it. But before we dive in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
The owner contacted me saying this was his pride and joy, but nature took it back. He wants it fully restored right here in his driveway.
I've seen bad boats before, but this one is on another level. The interior is completely rotted, and the smell is unbelievable.
We struck a deal. I promised him that by the time I leave, this scrap heap will look brand new. Let's get to work.
First things first, we need to set up our mobile workshop. We're going to be living here for a while, so organization is key.
Safety gear is on. This boat is covered in fiberglass dust and mold spores, so we can't take any risks with our lungs.
We start with the heavy-duty pressure washer. Watch how years of neglect just melt away with 3,000 psi of water pressure.
The deck is caked in mud. We need to get all this organic material out before we can even see what repairs are needed. These seats are trash. The wood inside them has turned to mush. We're gonna have to rebuild the upholstery from scratch. The windshield is cracked and yellowed from the sun. It makes the whole boat look dated, so it has to go. Now that it's clean, the damage is visible. I'm marking every stress crack and hole so we don't miss anything during the repair phase.
Time to grind.
Chemistry time. I'm mixing marine-grade epoxy resin. The ratio has to be perfect, or it won't cure properly. We lay down the fiberglass mat and wet it out. This will restore the structural integrity and make the hull stronger than factory. Once it cures, we sand it flush. You can't even feel the transition between the old hull and the new repair anymore. This rub rail is dry rotted. Taking it off completely changes the look of the boat and lets us paint right to the edge. To get a mirror finish, we need fairing compound. This fills in the tiny pinholes and scratches that the paint would otherwise show.
This is the workout. Longboard sanding ensures the side of the boat is perfectly flat. No waves, just a straight line.
Dust is the enemy of paint. We have to blow out every crack and crevice before we even think about opening a can of primer. A final wipe down with acetone removes oils and fingerprints. Ideally, we want a surgically clean surface for the best bond. Masking takes time, but it saves hours of cleanup later. We're wrapping everything we don't want painted in plastic. We're using a high-build epoxy primer. This will seal the fiberglass and give us a uniform base color to work with. First coat of primer goes on. Look at how it instantly hides the old faded blue. We're finally starting to see progress. The guide coat tells the truth. It shows me any low spots I missed. If the black powder stays, I need to sand more.
The prep work is done. It took days, but the hull is now perfectly smooth and ready for the final color transformation.
We're going with a deep midnight blue. This is high gloss marine polyurethane. It's going to look like liquid glass. Here we go. The first coat of blue. You have to move at a steady pace to avoid runs. The coverage is incredible.
Second coat for depth and durability. Look at that reflection. It's already looking like a mirror, and it's not even dry yet.
Pulling the tape is the most satisfying part. We want a crisp, razor-sharp line between the blue hull and the white bottom. The hull is done, now for the deck. I'm rolling on a non-skid texture so it's safe to walk on when it's wet. The chrome insert is the finishing touch. It separates the blue hull from the white top deck perfectly.
We're making it legal. New registration numbers in a metallic silver font to match the stainless steel hardware.
Can't put a new boat on an old trailer. We gave the trailer a quick refurbishment too, so the whole package looks fresh.
New rims and tires for safety. Now the owner can tow this to the lake without worrying about a blowout.
It's time. The owner hasn't seen the boat since we started painting. Let's see what he thinks. He's speechless. He says he doesn't even recognize it. It's better than the day he bought it.
Sitting at the helm, you can see the memories coming back. But now, he's ready to make new ones.
We're not done yet. A restoration isn't finished until it hits the water. We're heading to the boat ramp.
The moment of truth. She floats perfectly. No leaks, just a beautiful stance on the water.
Turn the key. The engine fires up instantly. It sounds healthy and ready to run.
Leaving the dock. The handling is smooth, and that blue paint looks incredible against the water.
Throttle down. She jumps up on plane effortlessly. This thing moves.
This is what it's all about. Taking something broken and giving it a second life. The owner is thrilled.
Job done. Another classic saved from the scrapyard. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next restoration.
The center console was yellow and cracked. A fresh coat of white paint brings it back to the modern era.
The hardware was pitted and dull. A little time on the buffing wheel makes this stainless steel pop against the new blue paint.
Time to reassemble. We're dropping the console back in. We have to be super careful not to scratch the new floor.
The old wiring was a fire hazard. I'm rewiring everything with marine-grade tinned copper to ensure it lasts a lifetime. New gauges, new switches, and a custom steering wheel. The helm is the heart of the boat, and now it looks premium.
Technology upgrade. This new GPS unit will make navigating and finding fish effortless for the owner.
I'm upholstering the seats myself. High-density foam and UV-resistant vinyl. These will be comfortable and durable.
The seats are in. The white vinyl against the navy blue hull is a classic, timeless color combination. New tinted windshield. This completes the look of the console and offers great protection from the wind. I added some mood lighting. These blue LEDs will look incredible when he takes the boat out for a night cruise.
We're adding a T-top for shade. This wasn't on the original boat, but it's a massive upgrade for hot summer days.
Lacing the canvas requires patience to get the tension even. It has to be drum tight so it doesn't flap in the wind.
The engine runs fine, but it looks ugly. I'm refinishing the cowling to match the rest of the restoration. Fresh paint and new decals make this 20-year-old engine look like it just came out of the crate.
Installing the new rub rail. I'm using heat to mold it around the sharp curves. This is the boat's bumper.